River City Junction. River City next stop.
Oh my good sir, what have you always wanted to do with your life?
I've always wanted to dance.
Well, an anvil can teach you how to dance, because what is dancing if not moving with an engine? And what is an anvil if not an engine without a motor?
Well, it sounds like I need one myself on the fancy anvils. You take credit?
No, you're crazy with the heat. Credit is no good for a notion salesman.
Board, all aboard.
Why not? What's the matter with credit? It's old-fashioned. Charlie, you're an anvil salesman. Your firm get credit?
No, sir.
Nor anybody else.
River City next.
Cash for the merchandise. Cash for the button hook. Cash for the cotton goods. Cash for the hard goods. Cash for the soft goods. Cash for the fancy goods. Cash for the nuggets and the piggins and the burgers. Well, bring it talk, bring it talk, bring it talk. You can talk, you can figure, you can talk. You can figure, you can talk, you can talk. You can talk, figure, you can talk all you want. But it's different than it was.
No, it ain't, but you gotta know the territory.
Ever met a fella by the name of Hill? Hill. No! Just a minute. Doesn't know the territory. What's the fellow's line? Just a minute. Never worries about his line. Doggone thing. He's just a thing. He sells a big small drink. Never knows rip for it. Every time a fool got a deal. That's Professor Harold Hill. Tell us, what's his line? He's a fake and he doesn't know the territory. Well, play it on. He's a music man.
He's a what?
He's a what? He's a music man. He sells clarinets to the kids in the town with the big trombones and the round drums, the big brass bass, and the piccolo, uniforms too, with a shiny gold braid on the coat and a big gold stripe.
Well, I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombone. No, sir. Mandolin picks, perhaps, and here and there a mouthpiece.
No, the fella sells bands, boys bands. Don't know how he does it. He lives like a king and he jollies and gathers and clubs and climbs and when the man dances with certain boys. What else? The type of occasion. Yes, sir. When the man dances with certain boys. What else? The type of occasion. Yes, sir.
But he doesn't know the territory.
River City, crossing the state line in Iowa. Population 2,212. Board.
All right, through I'll tell you about Professor Harold Hill.
You really know Harold Hill?
Never met him once in my life, but I'll tell you this much. He's given every one of us a black eye. After he's worked a town over, the next salesman to come through gets automatically tarred and feathered and rode out of city limits on a rail.
But why should he get run out of town on a rail?
Because in order to sell band instruments and instruction books and uniforms, he's guaranteed to teach the kids how to play and to form them into a band with himself as the leader.
Certainly like to be around when you catch up with that fella.
Won't be on this trip. Even the great Professor Hill won't sell them neckboat islands out here.
Board.
Gentlemen, you intrigue me. I think I'll have to give Iowa a try.
I don't believe I caught your name.
I don't believe I dropped it. Hello, my name's Professor Harold Hill. Excuse me, could you point me to the town hall? I'm new in town. Of course you have a town hall.
There's nothing halfway about the Iowa way to treat you which we may not do at all. There's an Iowa crime, a special chip on the shoulder, and to be never
You're the mayor, correct?
Look,
Pardon me. Mr. Squires, I presume. Yes, I'm interested in a rig for Sunday, if you could accommodate me.
then I expect you not to speak with the man in charge of hiring rigs, who is late as usual.
Gregory!
Marcellus?
Well, son of a gun, come in!
Shh.
What? Gregory, what?
Professor Hill's the name. Harold Hill.
But, Greg, what are you doing here? Why did you not let me know you were coming?
I didn't know I was myself. Besides, how could I know you'd end up in a little tank town like this? You were a pretty big slicker when you were in business with me.
Too many close shaves where you work. Besides, I got myself a nice comfortable girl, Ethel Tuffleberry, the boss's niece.
Legitimate, huh? I knew you'd come to no good.
So what's the new pitch?
La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da.
You're not back in the van business, are you?
Yeah.
Last time I heard you were in steam automobiles.
I was.
What happened?
Somebody actually invented one.
No!
Now, give me the lowdown here, Mars.
You'll never get anywhere in the band business with these stubborn Iowans, Greg. Besides, we've got ourselves a music teacher who'll expose you before you got your grips unpacked.
Male or female?
The music teacher? She's a librarian. Female.
That's what I wanted to hear. If she passes by, point her out to me.
I will. How are you gonna start the new pitch?
Same old way. Keep that music teacher off balance, and then my next step will be to get your town out of the serious trouble it's in.
The River City isn't in any trouble.
Then I'll have to create some. I have to create a desperate need for a boys' band. Do you remember? Now, what's new around here? What can I use?
Nothing. Except the billiards parlor just got a new pool table.
Well, they never had a pool table here before?
No, only billiards.
That'll do. Either you're closing your eye to a situation you don't wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say, trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, certainly mighty proud to say, I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help me cultivate horse sense, and a cool head, and a keen eye. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in a table, pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around that hall? Maybe trying out Bevo, trying out Cubits, trying out tailor-made like cigarette fiends, and bragging all about how they're gonna cover up a telltale brat with sex. One fine night, they leave the pool hall, headed for the dance at the armory. Libertine men, scarlet women in ragtime, shameless music that'll drag your son, your daughter, with the arms of a jungle animal instincts, mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground trouble.
Oh, we have trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here in River City.
With a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool.
That stands for pool.
We've surely got trouble.
We surely got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here.
Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school.
Our children's gonna have trouble.
Mothers of River City, heed the warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The moment your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Are certain words creeping into his conversations? Words like swell and so's your old man. If so, my friends, you got trouble.
Oh, we got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here in River City.
With a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool.
That stands for pool.
We surely got trouble.
We surely got trouble.
Right here in River City.
Right here.
With a T. I'm with P. And that stands for pool. Excuse me, did you drop your,
No.
Well, didn't I meet you in,
No.
Well, I will only be in town for a while.
Good? Hello, Mama. Hello, dear. Keep on, Emeralds. I'll be back in a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Mama, a man with a suitcase has been following me all around town.
Oh, who?
I never saw him before.
Did he say anything?
He tried.
Did you say anything?
Mama! Of course not. All right, Amaryllis. Now for your exercises. So tolerating me a little slower, and please keep your fingers as curved, as nice, and as high as you possibly can. Don't get faster, dear.
If you don't mind my saying so, it wouldn't have hurt you to find out what the gentleman wanted.
I know what the gentleman wanted.
What, dear?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Well, excuse me for living, but I've never read it.
Neither has anyone else in this town.
There you go again with that same old comment about the momentality of River City people and taking it all too much to heart.
Now, Mama, as long as the Madison Public Library was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's cultural level, I can't help my concern that the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But darling, when a woman has a husband and you've got no housewife, she can take advice from you. Even if you fight for Balzac and Shakespeare and all the other icons it brings.
Mama, if you don't mind me saying so, you have a bad habit of changing every subject.
No, I haven't changed the subject. I was talking to the street.
What strange is Mom?
Maybe you're a very nice chance.
Mama, do you think I'd allow a common masher now? Really, Mama, I have my standards where men are concerned, and I have no intention.
I know all about the standards and you don't know what you're saying. So there's not too many alive who could hope to match your own. In a plentiful vanity, I don't know what I'm saying. They're coming for your soul. I'm a rush, I'm a nation, you're a star, just like a library full of books.
Well, that is the best I've ever heard.
Thank you. Can I have a drink, please?
May I have a...
May I have a drink, please?
Yes, dear.
Is that a way to walk in the house? That won't do at all. I'll have a kiss from my boy. That lady over there is your sister, young man.
Hello, Winthrop.
How are your manners?
I'm having a party on Saturday. Will you come? I'd especially like it very much if you'd come. Winthrop?
Well, Winthrop, Amaryllis asked you to her party. Are you going or aren't you?
No.
No what?
No, thank you.
You know the little girl's name.
He won't say Amaryllis because of the S, because of his lisp.
Amaryllis, we know all about his lisp. Well, Winthrop,
I'll bet he won't say it.
No, thank you, Amaryllis.
Amaryllis! Why does he get so mad at people just because he lisps?
It's not just because he lisps. That's just part of it, Amaryllis.
What's the other part?
Never mind, dear. It's just that he never talks very much.
Not even to you and your mother?
No, dear. We all have to be a little patient.
I'm patient, even though he doesn't ever talk to me. But I do to him every night on the evening star. You have to do it the very second you see it, or it doesn't count. Good night, my Winthrop. Good night. Sleep tight.
There, dear, you have lots of time. If not Winthrop, there'll be someone else.
Never. I'll end up an old maid like you.
For the time being, just say goodnight, my someone. You can put the name in when the right someone comes along.
All right. It's better than nothing.
Yes, it is. Now you can play your crosshead piece.
Now I may play my crosshead.
Good
Well, I'm sure we're all grateful for my wife, Elaine McKechnie, for leading tonight's singing. As Mayor of River City, I welcome you, River citizens, to the 4th of July exercises set up here in Madison Gymnasium on account of the weather. 7. Looks like the school board will be putting on a patriotic tableau. School board will not. Some disagreement about costumes, supposed to. Instead, let's hear from my wife as we reflect on our history this week.
We gratefully acknowledge the native peoples on whose ancestral homelands we gather, as well as the diverse and vibrant native communities that have made their home here today. And now, I would like to present an original song which I have composed of one of my personal heroes, Betsy Ross. Please hold your applause until the end of the 3rd movement. Betsy Ross!
Will take place provided the rain stops by 9:30.
How can it possibly be raining? Didn't the Gazette predict fair?
Sure did, Ewart. That's why we all prepared for a storm.
The Gazette's accurate most time, and you know it, JC.
You wouldn't last long in the banking business being accurate most of the time.
Tell me how to do my
And would you members of the school board
What all in the world? All I said was...
Never mind.
We heard there was a pool table in town.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Now wait just a minute.
Is it a pool table or isn't it?
Will you allow me to get on with the exercises?
We don't want any more exercises till we get this pool table matter settled.
And let's protect our children. Resist sin and corruption. Smite that devil and keep our young boys pure. May I have your attention, please? Attention, please. I can deal with this trouble, friends, with a wave of my hand, this very hand. Please observe me, if you will. I'm Professor Harold Hill, and I'm here to organize the River City Boys Band. Don't think, my friends, how could any pool table ever hope to compete with a gold trombone? Remember, my friends, what a handful of trumpet players did to the famous fabled walls of Jericho. Oh, billiard pole walls come tumbling down. What band will do, my friends? Oh, yes, I mean a boys band. Do you hear me? I say River City's gonna have a boys band, and I mean she needs it today. Well, Professor Harold Hill's on hand, and River City's gonna have a boys band. As sure as the Lord made little green apples, and that band's gonna be in uniform. Johnny, Willie, Teddy, Fred. And you'll see the glitter of crashing cymbals, and you'll hear the thunder of rolling drums, and the shimmer of trumpets, dun-da-da! And you'll feel something akin to the electric thrill I once enjoyed when Gilmore, Liberati, Pat Conway, the great creator, W.C. Handy, and John Philip Sousa all came to town on the very same historic day. 76 trombones led the big parade, with the 110 cornets close behind. They were followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuoso, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones caught the morning sun, with the 110 cornets close behind. There are more
emergency action. This man is a spellbinder, and I want his credentials. Grab this hoodlum.
To make an example of a ringleader, you know. He does, the gang does.
Let me go, Diesel Pete!
You followed Katie up, tagging down Main Street after my oldest girl last Sunday.
I wasn't even tagging!
Don't you contradict me.
We was just walking together, Diesel Pete!
And you watch your phraseology. I know what you've been doing, because my little Gracie's seen you. Now you stay away from my oldest girl, or you'll hear from me till the cows come home. Oh, Hill, I'd like to talk to you about this band thing Monday morning over at City Hall, 10 o'clock sharp. And men, I want this spellbinder's credentials.
Constable, I'll be responsible for the boy.
You don't know this kid. He's tough. He's got his gang waiting outside.
Now, Constable, I'll show you how to break up a gang. Oh, young lady, you miss. What's your name?
Zanita! I don't have any idea who was beckoning me. Yeah!
Do you know Tommy Giles?
Well,
Tommy, this is Anita. Escort the young lady home by way of the Candy Kitchen.
Yes, sir. Do I have to?
You have to.
Yes, sir!
yeah!
Professor, you're a pretty bright young fella. You made a couple mistakes, though.
Oh.
The mayor happens to own the billiard parlor.
What was my other?
The mayor's eldest daughter. Excuse me, Professor Hill. We'd like to see your credentials for the school board.
Academic certificate.
Nothing of the kind. No, we need letters and paper.
Make him put up a bond.
What am I hearing? You. Sing. Ice cream.
Ice cream, but I don't sing, young man, if that's what you're...
All right, talk then. Down here.
Ice cream.
Talk slow.
Ice cream.
See, singing's only sustained talking. Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you right here.
Ice cream.
Now you, sir.
Ice cream.
Ladies, from now on, you will never mimic those men without the other three.
Why, Professor, you're wrong. Why, those men have hated each other for 15 years. Ice cream.
How can there be
any sin and sincere? Aren't we sincerely
in love? Excuse me, I don't suppose you live alone, right?
No!
Well, I've got some wonderful caramels over at the hotel.
Mr. Hill.
Professor Hill.
Professor of what? At what college do they give a degree for annoying women on the street like a Saturday night rowdy at a public dance hall?
I wouldn't know about that. I'm a conservatory man myself. Gary, Indiana, gold medal class of odd 5.
Even should that happen to be true, does that give you the right to follow me around wherever I go? Another thing,
Mr. Hill, I'm not as easily hoodwinked or mesmerized as some people in this town. And I think it's only fair to warn you that I have a shelf full of reference books in there, which may very well give me some interesting information about you. Good day.
Oh, Professor Hill, we're on the KB. Everyone is so excited about the band.
Hi, Ethel Doppelmayr.
And this is Mrs. Squires and Mrs. Hicks, and of course you've met Eulalie McKechnie, our mayor's wife. Isn't it exciting, Eulalie?
I could not say. My husband will wish to investigate, I'm sure. And naturally, I'm reticent. Oh yes, reticent.
Of course, Mrs. Shin, I understand. But you see, part of my music plans included committee on the dance and... No, wait, do that again. Your foot, the way you raised it just now.
I have a button there that bothers me.
No, what grace, what natural flow of rhythm, what expression of line and movement.
Mr. Hill!
You must accept the chairmanship of the ladies for the classic auxiliary for the dance, mustn't you, lady? Why, every move you make, Mrs. Shin, bespeaks they'll start. Will you say yes, Mrs. Shin?
Eulalie McKechnie Shin. Well, dancing. Well,
Well, then you accept.
Yes, and I would like...
Now the young lady who plays the piano, Marion. Well, after all, she is the librarian.
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chick, chick, chick. Talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chick, chick, chick. Talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chick, chick, chick. Talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chick, 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 chick. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, chick, 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 chick. Of course, I shouldn't tell you this, but she advocates dirty books.
Dirty books.
Pick a little, talk a little, talk a little, chevrolet. Talk a little, Balzac. Chick, 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 chick. And personally, of course, I shouldn't tell you this, but Countdown, the man that done my street chick himself.
I'll tell. She made brazen overtures to a man who had hardly had a friend in this town until she came here. Old Miser Madison.
Why, Miser Madison. Madison Gymnasium, Madison Picnic Park, Madison Hospital. That Miser Madison?
Exactly. Who did he think he was anyway?
I should say. Show off. He had to town the library too, didn't he?
That's just it. When he died, he left the library building to the city, but he left all the books to her.
She was seen going and coming from his place.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Just a minute here. We need your credentials.
Yes, of course. I can just leave on over to the hotel. Come with me. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, Mrs. Peru, do Do you realize you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't know if I understand you entirely, Professor.
Well, if your boy has the same firm chin and those splendid cheek muscles, by George. Not that he could ever be really great, you understand.
That's so. And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, you see, all of the really great cornet players were Irish. O Clark, O Mendez, O Klein.
Oh, but Professor, we are Irish.
No, really? Touches it. Sign here, Mrs. Peru, your boy was born to play the cornet. Fine, that will be $7 earnest money. No more due until the first installment payable at opening of band practice. And of course, I'll need the boy's measurements for his band uniform.
His uniform?
Hello, son.
Would it have
Stripe? Certainly, my boy, a wide gold stripe on each side. What do you think of that?
Professor, you'll have to excuse Winthrop. We can't get him to say 3 words a day, even to us. So, if he gets him to play in the band, it will be a miracle. Where are you from, Professor?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Was she now?
Gold medal class of odd 5. Hello, Miss Peru.
He wants to put Winthrop in the band.
Do you burst in on everyone's home like this?
Dorian!
We're not interested.
Now, why not let the boy's father decide?
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
I'm sorry.
You'll have to excuse Marion as well.
Oh, please. I'm sure that at heart she's as lovely as yourself. Good day to you, Mrs. Peru.
Good day to you, Professor. Marion Peru!
Has he gone?
I hope not forever. Oh, darling, don't you ever think of your future? Gary, Indiana, conservation class about 5. Now, darling.
Now, Mama, the fact he claims his commodity is music does not, in this particular case, impress me.
All right, darling. Only it's a well-known principle that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in another, you'll never strike much of a fire.
Winthrop, I know you're there. Please go to the library. Ask for the book that Miss Grubb set aside. It's the Indiana State Educational Journal, 1890 to 1910. It's a large brown volume with a blue spine.
Do I have to?
You won't have to say a word. I've written it all down.
Now, what are you up to? Why do you need books at this hour of the night?
I have a feeling the Indiana Journal may help me poke some large holes in the professor's claims.
Get that spellbinder's credentials. I said it the morning of July 4th, the 19th,
yes,
the 12th,
George, but...
and now the whole town is turned upside down. The school board is singing up street and down alley and instead of tending to city matters and...
Mention! I found something very interesting in this book about Professor Hill's alma mater.
His who?
His university.
Oh, I know all about that. In fact, that's all he'll ever tell me. Gary Conservatory, class of about 5.
If you'll just take time to read a little bit about the conservatory, I don't think you'll have to look any
Papa! The Wells Fargo wagon just coming up from the depot!
The Wells Fargo wagon, at this hour of the day.
It could be the band instrument.
The band instruments? I just want that man's credentials.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is up, coming down the street. Oh, please let it be for me. Oh, the Wells Fargo
receive individual instruction in due course. In the meantime, stay off the streets, get acquainted with your instruments, and think about the minuet in G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da.
Sister, have you ever seen anything so scrumptious as this scrumptious solid gold thing? Oh, sister!
Well, I guess that's round one for you, but I better hear some by gad tootin' out of them horns in a pretty short order, or I'll be seeing you in front of the grand jury. Oh, Mrs. Marion, about that book.
George, come look, isn't it beautiful?
I need to speak to the librarian about this real quick. Thank you.
I've never seen Winthrop so happy. Thank you, Professor Hill.
My pleasure, Miss Peru.
Light a rose.
Light a rose.
Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose, to get the sun back in my sky. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose, about 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bells chime. Ding dong ding, at the least suggestion, I'll pop the question. Light a rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Light a rose, now everyone knows that I am hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine. Light a rose, oh, won't you be my light a rose, oh, light a rose, oh, light a rose.
All
your hands off my daughter.
Mr. Shin, Your Honor, sir, your daughter and I have been going steady behind your back. We'd prefer to do it in front of your back, but you know.
I'm gonna warn you once more.
Now, George.
And not one poop out of you, man.
I think he means Pete.
You know what I see written all over you? Reform school. Now get out, you wild kid.
Papa, please! It's capitalism! You may blood in the marketplace! Yeah!
You watch your phraseology, young woman. Go home.
Mr. Mayor, I want you to know I'm vouching for Tommy Giles. That boy has got the confidence of every kid in town. You'll be standing in line waiting to shake his hand by the time our band plays its first concert.
First concert? By the time your band plays its first concert, the members will have to foregather in wheelchairs on account of the broken legs they'll get from tripping over their beards. Why, I'll tell you something, my fine young feathered... my feathered... Never mind! Oliver J.C. Allen Ewart! I want this man's credentials, and I want them tonight. Don't you let him out of your sight. He is slippier than a Mississippi sturgeon.
Professor Hill, I think Christian has behaved abominably. And I think it was wonderful of you to come to Thomas' defense.
Well, man can't dodge the issue every time the personal risk is involved. But what's the poet say? That a coward dies 1,000 deaths, a brave man only 500?
I just wish I was a little more informed. I've been meaning to talk to you about Winthrop's cornet.
His cornet. It's a beautiful instrument, mother of pearl keys, and...
I'm sure it's fine. He tells me about some think system. If he thinks the minuet in G, he doesn't have to bother with the notes.
Now, Miss Marion, the think system is a revolutionary method, I'll admit. But now I cannot discuss these things here in public, but if you'll allow me to call. When may I call?
Well, any night this week. Take a little talk, a little big, a little talk, a little chit, 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 talk a lot. Take a little more, big, a little talk, a little big, a little chit, 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 talk a lot. Take a little talk, a little big, a little talk, chit, 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 talk a lot. Just put me with a little faster hill. What? Chit, 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 chit. You dance like a fire, you big, with a chit, 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 talk a lot. Big, a little shit with your hair, a little feel, but chit, 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 talk a lot. We don't like you, little big, a little talk, double chit, chit, talk a few hours so here. Where women's talk should be chit, 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 chit. Say a little talk, chit, 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 talk a lot. Golden sugar, silver shoes. Now I'm falling, trying to get along. Here, the woman's heart should be chit, 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 till professor told us to read till we're lost, and we simply adore them all.
Mom! Winthrop, where have you been? Fishing with the professor. He told me all about his hometown, Gary, Indiana. He said he'd take me there someday. He even taught me a song that has hardly any S's in it. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, let me say it once again. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, that's the town that we went. If you'd like to have a wonderful love for
piano teacher in town?
Yes?
I just know what this Hill fella's trying to form a boys band.
Yes.
Don't let it worry you no more. I got the goods on him in spades. Swindling, two-bit, thimble rigger. I'm just passing through. Number 8 only makes a 15-minute water stop.
Who are you?
Anvil salesman. Now, I'm just here to protect the good name of the traveling fraternity from the swindler.
Mr. Cow, you're making a big mistake.
Big mistakes my old woman's corset covered. That Hill's been the raspberry seed in my wisdom tooth for long enough. He spoiled Illinois for me, and I'm not gonna let him spoil Iowa too. Say, what kind of music teacher are you? You didn't see right through him. He's no more professor.
I know all about that. Band leaders are always called professor. It's a harmless deception. He's a fine director and
Harmless deception. Have you heard one note of music out of any band? No, but nothing, girly girl. There is no band and there never was.
You'll never catch that train at the crossing. You'll have to get it at the depot.
No, sir. I gotta leave that word about Professor Hill. And I can see you ain't the one to leave it with.
I never met a man who sells anvils. That's something quite different.
Takes a real salesman, I'll tell you that. Hard to sell, you know. What am I doing? I miss the train and I get fired. And I gotta leave word about that Professor Hill.
Leave word with me.
Not on your tin type. How do I know you deliver those letters?
Try me. Extra train. Now go for it.
Why, you double-dealing little... Who do you think you're protecting? That guy's got a girl in every county in Illinois. And that's 102 counties. Not to mention music teachers like you he cozies up with to keep their little mouths shut. You ain't heard the last of me, girly girl.
Marian dear, who was you talking to just
Man, he just...
Why, Professor Hill?
Disapprove. Top of the evening, Miss Marian.
You and Marian come up and says, I got some jelly on the stove.
There's no jelly on the stove, Mama.
Well, I'll put some on.
Shall we set as your mother said?
Well,
You did ask me to call.
Professor Hill, is it true that you've... What I'm trying to say is I must be very dull company for a man of your experience.
I'll say, where'd you get an idea like that?
One hears rumors of traveling salesmen.
Now, Miss Marian, you mustn't believe everything you hear. After all, one even hears rumors about librarians.
I suppose you're referring to Uncle Matty?
Uncle Matty?
Mr. Madison, my father's best friend. No matter what they say, he left me in a shirt job so Mother and Winthrop and I would have some security. Surely you don't
Of
believe!
course not. That's exactly what I'm saying. Now, why do you suppose people start those rumors?
Narrow-mindedness, jealousy mostly, I guess.
Exactly. Jealousy mostly starts rumors about traveling salesmen. What have you heard?
Just that. But of course, it stands to reason that disappointment and jealousy can lead to... Take you, for instance, your attentions to customers. And, well, teachers might easily be misinterpreted, mightn't they? I mean, now, honest, mightn't they?
Well, why?
And so you say, if another salesman or someone were to be jealous, they could be downright liars, couldn't they?
What could?
Rumors and things!
Why, of course.
I suppose it proves you shouldn't believe everything you hear, doesn't it? I mean, if you discuss things and...
No, Miss Marian, I'd be delighted to discuss anything in the world with you, but... Well, couldn't we do it sitting down? You do sit, your knees bend and all.
We could sit on the porch steps.
We could also sit on a large hollow log over at the Footbridge.
I couldn't think of it. I've never been to the Footbridge with a man in my life.
Just to talk. Meet me there in 15 minutes.
I just can't. Some other time. Maybe tomorrow.
My dear librarian, pile up enough tomorrows and you'll find you've collected nothing but a bunch of empty yesterdays. I don't know about you, but I'd like to make today worth remembering. The Footbridge. 15 minutes.
15 minutes. I just told Professor Hill I would meet him at the Footbridge in 15 minutes?
Oh, glory be and saints be praised in words!
What does?
I've been using the think system on you from the parlor!
One Grecian Two Grecian and fountain.
Stop. Everyone, gather round. Got news for you. It was right. It was right all along. Everyone, listen to this man.
You gullible green-glass goat! I'm talking about Professor Harold Hill, highwayman, rob agent, pickpocket. Pickpocket? Same thing. He's got his head in your wallet, mister. And yours too, ma'am. And yours, little lady. There is no band, there never was any band, and there'll never be any band. And you don't hunt like mad dogs, there won't be any Harold Hill either. He'll be on the first train out of town.
Now will you believe me? Well, what are we waiting for?
I want my money back. Money back? I want his hide.
After him. And when you find him, bring him back to the schoolhouse. After him.
Some crazy guys going around the whole town stealing everything.
All right, Mars, go get the rig.
I've got it.
What time's the freight go?
9:45 out of the junction.
It's not even 8:30 yet.
Look, if you want to turtle whirtle around here and get yourself caught, go ahead. But I
Don't worry,
want.
Mars. I'll meet you at the hotel in plenty of time. The Miss Marion, you're late.
But you said 15 minutes.
Well, I meant that you were about, I'd say about 26 years late. Took you all this time to get to the Footbridge with a fella.
If you want to know the truth, it was almost longer.
Oh?
Halfway here, I nearly turned back. I suppose I'm not the first to find it easier to think clearly when not under the spell of your salesmanship.
Now, Miss Marion, surely you don't think I've been selling you anything?
No, you've given me something. That's why I decided to come.
I don't recall giving you.
Oh, yes, you have. Something beautiful.
Marion,
I see. There were bells on the hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them till there was
Excuse me, I'm expecting a cable from Hector Berlioz. This could be it. Now what?
Who's the salesman here? Because it sounds like she's selling and you're buying.
I had to keep her off balance, didn't I?
She's so far off balance, I can't tell her between a catboat and a hurricane.
Go get the rig. Never a peaceful moment in the music business. Now then, where were we?
You were about to tell me what I don't know about you.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we need to go into that just now, do we?
No, we don't. Or ever, for that matter, Harold. I suppose a librarian hasn't been doing much research lately. But you did plenty when you first came here.
Oh? About what?
Professor Harold Hill, Gary Conservatory of Music, gold medal class of Art 5. Harold, there was no gold medal class of Art 5.
Why, there was certainly...
Because the town wasn't even built till Art 6. I'll see you at the sociable.
You knew all the time?
Since July 7th, 3 days after you came here.
Why, you little...
Great. Johnson! Doesn't seem to be anywhere around here. Let's go check on the Greek side.
Wait, does this mean we're not rehearsing tomorrow?
Hey, now wait a minute here, son.
I'm not your son. Leave go of me.
Until I talk to you for a minute.
I won't listen. You won't tell the truth anyway.
I would too. Tell you anything you want to know.
Can you lead a band?
No.
Are you a big liar?
Yes.
Are you a dirty, rotten crook?
Yes.
Then leave go of me, you big
What's
liar.
the matter? You wanted the truth, didn't you? No, I'm bigger than you, and you're gonna stand here and get it all, so you might as well quit wiggling. Okay? There's two things you're entitled to know. One, you're a wonderful kid. I thought so from the first. That's why I wanted you in the band. Just so you quit moping around feeling sorry for yourself.
What band?
Well, I always think there's a band, kid.
Well, the other thing I'm entitled to know.
Now that I think of it, the other thing isn't any of your business.
Or with you never come to River City.
No, you don't, Winthrop.
Sister, you believe him?
I believe everything he ever said. The way that every kid in this town walked around all summer and looked and acted, especially you. And the parents, too. Does Mama wish she never come to River City?
Well, you do. Don't you?
No, Winthrop. Now go, Harold, please.
Go on, Professor.
I can't go, Winthrop.
Why not?
For the first time in my life, I got my foot caught in the door.
Great. There, we're coming. Go! Ballet!
Get my money back!
Tie him up!
Virtue has triumphed! The sword of retribution has cut down Professor Harold Hill. And if there are those, as I have heard, who are melting tar and collecting feathers, I will not say them nay.
Well, I should think there ought to be some of you who could forget our everlasting, Iowa stubborn, chip on the shoulder arrogance long enough to remember River City before Harold Hill arrived. Do you remember? Well, do you? Surely some of you ought to be grateful for what he's brought to River City, and if so, I should think you'd want to admit it.
We're wasting a great deal of time here. If there's anyone here who doesn't think that Hill should be tarred and feathered, please step forward. What I thought. Settle down. Jesus! Okay. Calm down. You've laid how we bought expensive uniforms, technical instruction books, and high-priced band instruments, have you forgotten the clear understanding and warranty that our children will be taught to play in a band? Well, where's the band? Where is the band?
Bertram, would you mind?
Think, kids. Think.